Good morning, traders, and welcome to the Daily Call today, Wednesday, the 15th of April. Before we get started, as always, please understand that any advice in today's session is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Overnight, the markets continued to gain momentum. We saw gold reach a high of 1750 as it put in another solid day, breaking higher highs. The Aussie US dollar also jumping around about 60 odd pips for the session, trading around about 64.50, whilst the stock market also seems to be gaining confidence back, with the Dow Jones, the DAX and our own ASX 200 jumping to around about 55.30. All eyes now will focus on the retail sales numbers, which are due out later this evening from the US, and also the monetary policy that is coming out from Canada. So all in all, the market continues to gain in confidence. The restrictions in some of the European countries to ease off the lockdown rules has seemed to given the market an impetus, and that confidence, that trading may begin to start up again. Now, is it too early? Not so sure. That's where we are at the moment. So let us now have a look at our chart of the day and let's see what we can find on that account.
Now, remember, the charts that I'm trying to get for you, they're not actual trade setups at the moment. The market's a little bit indifferent and there's nothing particularly showing. It's very, very clear for me. So what I have found this morning, the most interesting chart is the US yen on a daily timescale. Now, with this particular chart, what I want to point out is that first of all, as I said yesterday, the US yen is, if we ignore this big drop over here, it's probably one of the charts that has behaved most normal throughout this whole COVID-19 saga. So by ignoring that, we can see that the market's come down to this particular level here, and we are there right now. Now, this would not be what we would consider a double bottom, because for it to be a double bottom, all this activity here should not be there. And a typical double bottom, just to clarify for you, normally the market comes from a high position, makes a bottom, then comes down over here. In this case, that's not what's happened. The market has come from underneath, so it's come underneath, come like this, made one bottom, and then there's the other one there, being these two here. Because of this section here, this would not be considered a double bottom, but nevertheless it is an interesting point, and obviously a couple of things could happen here. Now, for those of you who are looking to get any kind of trade away, what I would look for is any kind of price action reversal to be occurring in this area to look for this particular trade. But I would also look for a very strong bearish breaking candle, typically a candle that looks something like this. It'll be all in red and it'll be a strong breaking candle, then that would signify continuation in the downward direction. This is the most interesting chart that I have found for us this morning. It is the US yen on a daily time scale, and that is our chart of the day this morning. Okay, what's on the agenda for the session, which is about to kick off? Now, remember, I'm only looking at data releases. We have this evening at 10:30 from the US, we have the core retail sales and the retail sales numbers themselves. And then at midnight from Canada, they have a monetary policy announcement. So the report is due out, the statement and the interest rate decision. That all happens at midnight, and then it's followed half an hour later with their official press conference. That pretty much wraps up the session this morning. Guys, as always, please feel free to contact us if you do have any questions. Follow me on Twitter at ChatFX for trade setups and breaking news. Most importantly, hope you all have a fantastic trading day. I'll speak to you tomorrow for the Daily Call. Bye for now.